They're not being recognized.
But you know the bad thing about that, I damn near got caught up in that sexual harassment bullshit because you know how I said, oh, wait a minute, right? I made a statement one day, right?
Shut up, nigga. Shut up, nigga.
I'm just talking in general. So the thing is, I don't have the right to say what I want to say, but you can tell another motherfucker in the bathroom in front of other Hispanics, you look cute. That's fucking sexual harassment. Just like I don't know if you was in the dorm with her one day said, "Damn, Dan, you sure be tripping. You told me to get naked. I told you I don't fuck with men, right?" So when a girl walk off after doing a count, why would you say that? You get me right up. All that snitching you do, motherfucker. You don't got motherfuckers kicked out and rolled up.
Right. Playing by the rules. I'm talking about you.
Once again, we all know you're a flamboyant homosexual. I don't have a problem with that. But keep that bullshit to yourself. Quit thinking you special.
I think it's a game anyway. I think they're supposed to be in their own little
You see, that's fucking discrimination.
I want to introduce myself. I'm Roxana Mustafavi. I'm Iranian American. And what is happening is just utterly egregious. What the president said is one of the most vile, outwardly genocidal statements that have ever been made by a sitting president. Trump directly said he wants to wipe out an entire civilization if Iran doesn't bend their knee to the U.S. empire. Shame! And it's because of the ongoing pressure that not only are Iranians putting on this government, but we the people here becoming more conscious, connecting the struggles between what's happening with the war in the Middle East, the genocide, ongoing genocide in the Middle East, and the ongoing war here in our own front yards with the ICE raids, with the unhoused population, with the war on Black America and the LGBT community, et cetera, all these issues are connected. So, yeah, we're gonna keep showing out and make these crooks scared and show them what we got. So I'm co-emceeing. I'm with the Peace and Freedom Party. I'm gonna pass it off to our other co-MC for today, Danielle. Give it up for Danielle. What's up, everyone? Thanks for being out here today. My name is Danielle. I'm with the Answer Coalition. Thank you all for being here. We know that what's happening right now is completely devastating for so many people across the world. They're experiencing their homelands being attacked, being bombed. And for what reason? For Trump to call for Iran, for him to call over the world. There's no point for this war. This war is endless. This war is senseless violence. So many people have been killed and lost their lives, not just in Iran, but in Lebanon and in Palestine. This empire, U.S.
30 home. 30 home, 6,000.
They've been robbed. They've been left to die.
That should be good in the year.
And they've been left to die. They've been left to fend for themselves. They haven't been able to rebuild because the insurance companies have denied their claims, because their permits to rebuild have been delayed. They've been left to fend for themselves, and they've been left to die. Shame. You know how much it would cost to rebuild Altadena? About $12 billion. Which sounds like a lot, almost sounds like a lot. Until you realize that this administration spent nearly the same exact amount of money in just the first week of this illegal war against Iran. This really shows the priorities of our political leadership. They value death and destruction against human life.
Shame.
And destruction against humanity. They value death and destruction against dignity. They value death and destruction against sovereignty. And we will not let them stand for this. And why? Why do they value death and destruction against human life? Because it allows them to fatten their own pockets. It allows them to boost their own profits. In Iran, they line the pockets of the oil corporations and the weapon manufacturers. Shame! By letting Altadena burn with no compensation for the fire victims, they allow the insurance companies to increase their rates, to increase their profits. They allow the real estate developers to make a profit off of the worst crisis for thousands of people. This is shameful! Shame! We need to fight for a system that prioritizes human life over death and destruction. The reality is this is much bigger than Trump. This is a fault of a system, an entire political system in our country that values death and destruction above everything else, above our lives, above the well-being of our people, about meeting the needs of our community members, above everything. They value death and destruction over feeding our kids, over housing our neighbors, over giving everyone a livelihood to live in dignity.
Shame.
And
That's
we
a
cannot
darn shame.
stand for this.
That's a
And
darn shame.
the only way we can stop this is with a mass movement. We need a mass movement that calls for a whole new organization of society where working people have power, where working people would not only punish Trump for his crimes, but would have never allowed us to get in this situation in the first place. We need a system that values life and humanity over war, over destruction, over death. We need a system that allows our families and our communities to have affordable housing, to have free access to health care, to have good education from pre-K through college. But this is something the system that we live in continues to deny us. They tell us they don't have the money for these things, and instead they spend that same money to fund the murder of hundreds of schoolgirls. Shame! And so we need a whole new system, and that's a big, big goal to fight for, which means we need a big, big movement to fight for. Is that right? And the first task of this movement, this people's movement, will be to stop this war. Because it is not enough for a 2-week ceasefire. We will not allow this war to continue until Otherwise said, this does not stop here. We're going to keep showing up. May 1st, mark your calendars. We're going to be coming out here for International Workers' Day. All of these struggles are connected, including this disgusting, illegal, genocidal war that's happening in Iran, Lebanon, Palestine. So we're going to keep showing up. Is that right? Next up, we have from Naya, our next speaker, Rena. Please give it up for Rena, and yeah, come on over. Woo! Thank you. Naya, National Iranian American Council, is the largest, oldest, and only grassroots nationwide Iranian American anti-war organization. On Monday night, Iranian Americans struggled to sleep after Donald Trump had threatened already to bomb every bridge and power plant in Iran. I woke up at 4 o'clock a.m., an hour before Putin went on to threaten 90 million civilians with extinction. He wrote those infamous words, "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again."
What? That's hardcore. That's hard.
Friends in the Iranian diaspora stayed home from work and school because our minds and hearts were on the other side of the world.
Man, said a whole
With the
nation.
thousands of Iranians from every province in the country forming human chains to protect their bridges, their power plants, and their historic
They just taught you, cited you.
But this kind of American rhetoric toward Iran is actually not so new. I could not help but remember the first week of January 2020, after the same president assassinated Iranian General Qasem Soleimani on Iraqi soil. He then threatened to bomb Iranian cultural sites. In other words, he committed a war crime under international law and then threatened more war crimes. Millions of his MAGA supporters doubled down, insisting that Iranian cultural sites were not valuable and expressing excitement to bomb them. Iranians responded with a social media hashtag campaign, #Iranian Cultural Sites, to show the world in photos exactly which invaluable parts of the world's human history the American president was referring to. Some Americans were astonished by the beauty of these cultural sites. It was their first confrontation with evidence of a real Iran different from the imaginary Iran their media has painted for them. Others insisted those very real photos must have been AI. After 2 months of aerial assault, large portions of major Iranian cities are already rubble. In recent days, the U.S. and Israel have already intensified their targeting of universities and other research centers, medical facilities, factories, and railways, reminiscent of the pattern we saw in Gaza. This is infrastructure belonging to the Iranians who built it. News of a ceasefire broke in the early evening yesterday. Its terms unequivocally
Love Black Entertainment, top dollar duffel bag, the world's most dangerous music. At the protests out here. We don't like the bombing, we don't like none of this. But I'm biased. I ain't in it. I'm just out here recording, hoping you guys enjoy the play. Yeah. Trump 2018. Please like and subscribe, babe. This is what I do. That's how I try to make my coins.
We'll never be free without each other and without us. The American people have demanded our tax dollars go to education and child care, not to welfare for companies like Raytheon and Palantir that profit off war and genocide. We demand a Congress that represents us, not APAC, and not global manufacturers. All we are continuing to talk of deals. But if you're trying to beat somebody else to a pulp until they hand over all of their bank account details, do you really call that making a deal?
That's hijacking. That's robbery. That's a shakedown. That's what I call it in the streets, a shakedown.
In the past 24 hours in particular, Iranians have felt utterly abandoned by the Western ecosystem, a lot of which seems more that the United States government not only expects to be allowed to live related to any other nation it chooses, but expects to be praised for doing so. Beyond that, it demands that the natives welcome the apocalypse and bring for that liberation. What else can you call such an entity as we say in our culture?
Please like and subscribe. They down with stopping the war in Iran. Major rally, protests out here. Already. Appreciate it, Mr. Butler. Yeah. For subscribing, man. That's what's up. Damn. Why you gonna come on my live with the profanity, man? If you gonna come on the live with the profanity, I'm gonna have to remove you and put you on the timeout, brother. I'm gonna put you on a 5-minute timeout. www.allofus.org. All right. Naya. Power to the people. And by the people, for the people.
Thank you, Rena. Everybody give it up for Rena.
Listen, I don't stand nowhere on war. I understand you got to have war to have peace. So, hey, whatever. I don't care nothing about no war.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
I stands on war. I ain't in the war.
Mom, you're running and says not cry.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Mom, you're running and says not cry.
Who black your eye, bro? Might have blacked his eye out here playing. He probably was down with Donald Trump.
All right, so I'm going to introduce our next speaker. We have an organizer with the Students for Socialism. Give it up for Loriana.
Against the war, can't feed the poor. Fire up, won't take it no more.
Billions for war, but can't help the poor. That's what Tupac said.
Fire up, won't take it no more.
My name is Ariana, and I'm a student for socialism at UC Irvine. I'm a student at UC Irvine. I major in sociology, and yesterday I had the most real day of my life. I woke up and today I'm going to
Come on out and purchase something. We out here. We at the rally. Where the dope at, man? Scoop? Where the dope at, man? Pull it out. Man, listen, bro. You keep on cussing, bro. I'm gonna have to come over there and show you something. Where the dope at? Where the dope at? That's what we doing out here. Why they got a rally in the back of us? They got the rally in the back. Look. Man, got the big dope man out here selling dope on the block while they got a rally going on. Look at it. Man, where the dope at? Scoop. I'm sick of your ass. What you got? I'm saying, what you got? What is that, School? A piece of pie? Give me a pie. Give me a piece, nigga. You pie eating, nigga. Give me a piece of... I'ma roll it for you, man. Goddamn. You always look. Old school party. He always talk crazy to me. All right, I will. So give me a minute. I got to light a blunt for this. Man, this nigga got this shit rolled up in a pot. You ain't got nothing to drink, huh? I got to, because I deal with this protest and deal with these drug dealers on the side and man eating pie. Give me the pie, man. Look, give me the. No, I'm just messing with her. I bet that motherfucker good. I gotta smoke. I gotta clear my mind, man. Clear, man. There's too much going on. Protest. I'm still in the bitch. That's my guy. That's my guy. I fuck with him all the time. He real gangster. Real cool. He always be us. Man, he got the weed. If you ever want some weed, come to him. He got the 20s, 50s, and 100s. That nigga, that guy, he the weed man on the block. You in London? Alright, we in LA, man. Free shiesty. Already. How fast can I roll? Man, I'm a rolling expert, man. Swiss already. I roll white out, man. I really roll. Say, school, this look like some bullshit you gave me. You got the good shit for sale. But these little old dick dots you gave me, nigga, I'm gonna put mine in there. Mix. I don't really like mixing. No, I was just shit. You put that little dick dot in there, like, what the fuck? If it ain't hitting, I'm gonna unroll it and pour it out and roll it back up, roll my shit. That's how hard I go. Well, got to go back and do some media coverage on this war. Get the numbers up. It's really interesting though, you know what I mean? People coming out. Emmanuel, appreciate it for subscribing, man. You're a G, bro. Man, I needed that, man. Yeah. I'm really trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Give me a second. I gotta break this shit down. Old man gave me some of the dick dots. Say, I got a question. I talked to the girl. She said she don't find me attractive, bro. My girl, but she let me fuck though. She said, She said she don't find me attractive, my nigga. And then I say, well, why you let me fuck then? You know what I'm saying? Why you let me fuck? That don't make sense. I ain't got no money, cause I ain't giving no money. And she ain't married. She ain't got a boyfriend. Ain't no revenge fuck. Like, why she? You know what I'm saying? I like, man, you playing.
Did she give you an explanation?
Nah. Ain't give me. I just got up and left. I said, damn, you don't find me attractive. That hurt my feelings. But she give me money. I'm saying, I don't understand. She probably.
Maybe just looking for some good companionship.
Bro. She fuck with a nigga, bro. She like a nigga, bro. I don't understand. She said, I said, baby, you find me attractive? She said, no. I said, damn, and it was serious. I said, why ain't that? Hold up, back in the protest. Power to the people, man. Power to the people, man. Shit. Gotta give me something to drink. Thank you. Me. I'm just talking that bill.
They always
They say Trump got us into this war. Man say he finna throw a brick. You see how good people coming out, they coming out.
So again, these are all things that are designed to make us feel powerless. But we are not powerless. My colleagues on this stage already talked about how in the Vietnam War, and at first, tens of thousands of people that were protesting.
It's a rally, man. They rally against Iran. Let me put you in the game, bro. Subscribe to that while I'm putting you in the game. It's a rally going on by Iran. I'm gonna get closer so you can listen.
The ones who were dying were black and Latino. So what happened? What changed? Well, nobody knew that the Vietnamese were going to launch the Tet Offensive, that it was going to pierce through the narrative of the United States. The narrative at the time was that the U.S. was winning the war. We've heard that before. The narrative at the time was that the United States was the most powerful military on earth. We've heard that before. And what no one wanted to say was that it was actually a losing war. And overnight, after it was revealed that the U.S. was losing the war in Vietnam, there was a movement of tens of thousands of people, became a movement of tens of millions of people all across the country who had the capacity to shut things down.
Yeah.
And it's always us who have that leverage. And we're in a similar moment now in history. The Trump administration is out of options. What happened in Minneapolis was that Donald Trump sent in 2,000 ICE agents, and the people of Minneapolis stood up. Not once, but twice, they had a general strike. Twice in a month, they shut things down. Twice in a month, they showed who's really in charge of society. And Donald Trump quickly rolled back all of the most of the ICE agents that were in Minneapolis. And the fight is still being waged. But that's why we have an opportunity to do that here in LA, here in California. And I want to do this, if I don't mention that today I spent all day in marketing with UTLA and LAUSD. And we in Los Angeles are about to get a taste of what it looks like to shut it down, because on Tuesday, every single educator in LA Unified is going on strike.
What? Okay. What?
We are ready to strike for our students. We are ready to strike for housing, for immigration rights, for the whole city of LA, because UCLA is one of the largest unions in LA. We're best positioned to do that, but we need the support of everyone here.
What's up?
What happens after the strike is on May 1st, we're going to join the call.
No, ma'am.
To shut it down, to not go to work, do no shopping, and do no school. If you can't do one, do one of the other ones. If you can't call off work, then don't shop. If you gotta shop or get your necessities, then don't go to school. Pick at least one, but the best thing would be to do all three. And that brings me to my last point, which is why I'm running with the Peace and Freedom Party. The Peace and Freedom Party was formed in the crucible of the anti-war movement of the 60s.
Okay.
And the Peace and Freedom Party candidates statewide unequivocally stand in solidarity with the Iranian people. We defend their sovereignty.
What?
We are against the illegal bombing of innocent civilians in Iran. We are against our tax dollars being used to wage another genocide in our name. Because we know that these wars are not wars for us. These are a rich man's war. These are rich man's war for oil, rich man's war for the stock market. Yep. None of us have investments in oil. None of us have anything to gain from this endless war that Trump keeps launching. But it's because he's out of options that he's doing these desperate maneuvers.
To stay in office.
I know that in California,
to stay in office. This is chess move.
Vote blue no matter who. To
but the Trump threat is so great that we just have to vote for whatever Democrat comes our way.
What?
And I know a lot of us are worried about who's going to be the next governor of this $4 trillion economy. Well, we don't have to vote blue no matter who anymore. We have a candidate for governor. His name is Ramsey Robinson. He's a school social worker.
Ramsey Robinson.
Just this past week, holding it down, and the entire slate of peace and freedom candidates are against the war in Iraq. We stand for a free Palestine. We want to abolish ICE.
Right on.
Close down all military bases abroad that belong to the U.S.
Please like and subscribe.
And we want to start to build a California that has things like free healthcare for everyone.
What?
That grants amnesty and rights to every single person, regardless of the documentation status. That has fully funded schools, that has full compensation for fire victims, that puts an end to climate change that is destroying our lives. So who support any of those? I know sometimes we can vote for every single one of those ideas on June 2nd in the primary. You can be part of any organization that you want. Anyone in California can register to vote Peace and Freedom Party. We have a tool right over here, and then we'll help you register Peace and Freedom Party, the only socialist, anti-war party in the state of California.
I'm gonna sign up for that.
The Democrats are telling us, protest today and vote tomorrow, and then that's it. That's not our message. We're going to protest today, vote tomorrow, and the next day after that, go right back to shutting it down, because that's how we really build power. Right now, today, we have built power. Shutting it down on May 1st is going to build power. And ultimately, it is our power that is going to put an end to the rule of the billionaires before they put an end to us.
They trying to kill us.
Hey, war for oil. Hands off Iran soil.
Hands off Iran soil.
Up with the workers! Down, down, down with the billionaires! Up with the students!
Up with the students.
Down, down, down with the billionaires!
Yeah.
We want justice, we want peace!
We want justice. We want peace.
Free us of the Middle East! Ready for healthcare and education!
Ready for healthcare and education.
Stop the war and deportation!
Stop the war and deportation.
Money for childcare and education!
Up the war and occupation.
Stop the racist deportation!
Stop the racist deportation.
Up with the people!
Up with the people.
Down with the war!
Down with the war. Up with the people. Down with the war.
That's right. We have May 1st coming up, General Strike. We're going to be meeting in the court.
Yup.
June 2nd, we have the midterm elections. So if you're able to run
Now I'm going back down here where the drug dealers at. The hustles, man. This money. Just got to keep protesting. Now we protecting. What's up? Got the police over there. Look at the police. 5-0. They doing their thing. They represent. They protecting. They serving. They watching. Peeping the whole scene. Whatever going on around. Yeah. That's LA finest. They'll fuck you up. You come out here with that bull crap. Right on, big dog.
Pretty much.
LAPD, he'll crack your head, nigga. I done seen it. Look at Kobe over there. If y'all ain't never been to LA, all work, no play. Kobe, greatest of them all, the Black Mamba. Greatest ever done it. I hope they don't go to breaking out in riots and stuff. You think they'll riot over here? Man, don't touch me, bro.
They ain't big enough.
This guy right here.
That's why I'm kind of surprised as small as they is.
I don't know where he come from. Where you come from, Bill? G, John.
Yeah.
Where you come from?
from Maine.
Oh, that's right. We got the police down there. Got a man from Maine. You know where Maine at, big dog? Maine is one of the whitest states in the United States of America, bro. The population is 90. It is on the East Coast. It's 98.7% white, bro. I think 99.
But they how they pull it out this way.
Man, in Maine, I look at the almanac, bro. I'm talking to them white folks up in there. In Maine, they don't play with each other. They don't play with each other. Tell them, big dog. Tell them about it in Maine. How they. You a tall lady. How you doing, sweetie? I like to play some basketball with you. You want to play? We'll have a workout after. Huh? What?
Over there standing on the street. Population-wise, what city has the most Caucasians in it?
The crime rate ain't low in Maine.
They ought to open the banks up and let us go get some money out of the bank.
Look at this person. Godzilla say the crime rate in Maine is low. Tell him, man, is the crime rate in Maine low?
Yeah.
It's low?
It is low.
Why? Because the police working with each other?
I guess that's what I understood when I moved over there. I didn't stay very long though. I only stayed there for about a year.
So the police, the one committing the crime, and they actually tweaking the numbers and keeping the crime rate low in the books.
What they want to do, man.
I'm asking, is it a conspiracy in Maine? Because I don't believe their crime rate low. That's where all the meth come from. What's up, buddy?
It's like average all over the place, bro.
Smarter partner, that's my message.
89.9% to 94.4%.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah.
The white non-Hispanic population is over 1.2 million. Maintenance is maintain the status of the whitest state in the nation. Total white population, approximately, whatever this number, estimated vary studied by source. Percentage of total population, roughly 90.2, 94%. Identify as white alone, non-Hispanic white, 91%. Maine's white population shares is significantly higher than the nation's average, higher than neighboring states such as stupid dumbass.
On their own, they have decided that these people there no longer matter. What were the resources that matter?
Man, they say the crime rate so low at Maine, you ain't gonna get away you ain't gonna get away with nothing, huh? They gonna lock you up, school?
I've seen other people get in trouble.
They have to ever beat you up? Like harass you and stuff like that? So what's wrong with Maine? You were telling me the other day that they was
Maine is just Maine.
What you mean? You saying the white folks out there is terrible? You like white folks or white folks? They real bad to each other.
Some white folks are good. Some of them are bad. Some are just don't give a flip.
So why did you leave Maine if it was so pleasant?
Because I don't like the cold up there.
No, you ain't tell me that. You ain't tell me that. Now you switching it up when he going on live. Now when he going on.
Liar, man.
Hey man, you said them folks in Maine was nasty. You said them white folks was nasty. You was talking real bad about them down